Hello ratbags, it's Jade Plays Games with a 7 Days to Die starter guide. So this is a starter guide, guys. If you've never played 7 Days before, this is the one you want to watch. Or if you've only just started playing it, then give this a look. I'll be doing much more advanced tutorials and guides as well. First thing you want to do is go and check out my video how to set up an easy server. It's really important to make sure you got the game at the level you want it to be at, and so it's not too hard and then you end up rage quitting and never playing it again. Go and check out my guide right now, the link's down below and I'll leave it in the card as well in the corner. One of the first things you should do when you spawn in the game is do the tutorial. We all know tutorials are really boring sometimes and you really want to rush through them. It automatically pops up on the right there, it gives you a guide of what to do, so at the moment it's crafting fibre clothing. If you go to quest screen, this is where it pops up, basic survival. Complete all of these and there's a very good reason why you should. You will gain loads of skill points. These skill points are crucial to surviving in the game. They allow you to upgrade and do lots of different things. So make sure you do that tutorial as quickly as you can. It's not hard, just follow the steps like it's asking you to and you'll be away. Always take a look at the left hand side. You can see that little face there, it says 0. That means I'm out of water. Water is really one of the most important resources you need to find. As long as you've got lots of glass jars, you'll be okay and you can go to a river and fill them up. The same goes for food. It never really highlights exactly how hungry you are on this menu. But if you go into the character screen and you look over here, it gives you a detailed picture of what's happening with you at the moment. So you can see that my water's 26%, my food's 53% and my wellness is 70 out of 200. So make sure you check this screen from time to time and basically want all these bars to be full. Make sure you use the right tool for the right job. It sounds really simple, but don't be using the wrong tool to hit things. If you absolutely have to, then sometimes you've got to use what's available. But try and stick to the basics. Like a wooden axe is really good for chopping wood. And a club is absolutely the first best weapon you can find to hit zombies over the head. Don't be using your axe. Don't forget to switch over when they come towards you if you've been crafting or gathering materials. Always use a club if you've got one. It hits far more damage than an axe does. So if you're lucky enough to find a mining helmet, absolutely put it on. But when you've got it on, don't forget to press the left D-pad to turn it on and off so you can actually use it and see at night time. If you can't find a mining helmet, don't worry, you can still use your torch. Zombies aren't attracted to torches. They are attracted to campfires and forges, but not torches. So go ahead and use your torch while you're inside a building. They will not bother you if they see that. As you progress in the game, you will level up. Just like Skyrim and other games, the more you do something, the more skills you gain in it. In the top right here, you can see I've got 10 points available. You get these points by levelling up to certain levels. And with your 10 skill points, you can pretty much buy what you want. Sometimes they're locked and you have to actually do certain things to unlock them. You can also gain skill points by reading books and schematics. One of the first things you want to do is get some plant fibres. Go around hitting the ground on the grass and pick these up. Once you've done that, you can actually make a bedroll. Bedrolls are your respawn points, so you don't actually spawn miles away from where you died. It's absolutely crucial you get one of these in the first day, guys. The same goes for multiplayer. Make sure all the people that join your world make a bedroll straight away. It might take ages to find you. And if they get killed along the way, they'll respawn somewhere completely random again. So make sure they put one in their hotbar, and if something's coming towards them or I don't think they're going to be able to escape, they can place it down and they'll know that they'll spawn there or very nearby. If you're playing multiplayer, absolutely make sure that you show your players on the map. I've done a tutorial and guide to show you how to do this, so go and click on that on the top right corner or watch it in the video afterwards. It's really important to find each other so that you can start grouping together and start being stronger, finding things to do, loot and protect. Wooden doors and wooden structures might seem like a good idea at first, just so that you at least have some sort of defences or home, but they can get broken into really quickly and easily. One thing you must do when you actually place a door or place a wooden block is reinforce it. I'm damaging this one just to show you guys now. If a zombie is attacking your piece of wood or your door, left click on it and you will repair it and reinforce it. If you're unlucky enough to spawn near a desert, don't try going through the desert until you get some provisions. The zombies won't kill you in the desert, but the heat and starvation will. I can't kid you how many times I've died trying to get through a part of this desert. It is huge. So make sure you always stop and get some refills in the rivers. And wherever possible, pick up these yucca plants. As long as you've got some empty glass jars and at least 4 yucca plants, you can make yucca juice, which is really nourishing, gives you stamina and hydrates you. So while running through the desert, make sure you pick up as many of these as possible. But avoid the cactuses. Another really good one that you might miss is aloe vera. Absolutely pick as many of these up as possible while running through the desert. This is what you need to make bandages. You simply make it into a cream. And then you can make proper first aid bandages. They stop your bleeding and restore loads of health. When running around the world, it might seem really easy just to go for the first house you find, but try and find a stone building like this. It gives a much better protection. But be careful. Big buildings like this and when you go into towns and cities attract more zombies. If you have to go through a desert, make sure you're well provisioned with the items that I've just said or that you pick them up along the way. You can see on the left hand side the little sunshine thing. That means I'm getting over dehydrated. The desert is not your friend. Make sure you're prepared before travelling through it. It can become really easy to become dehydrated and then you can slow to a crawl and you can't actually move quickly. So when running through the desert, if you see a river, make sure you go into it regularly. Fill up your bottles and your jars. One zombie on his own's no problem. But make sure you keep hitting them until you see them wiggle like that. Otherwise they can get back up and take you out. And I don't mean for dinner. At the very start of the game, before day 7, you need to make sure you're somewhere very safe or somewhere very protected. Like I said, stone buildings are a good start, but they can still break in. So if you still only got a wood building, make sure you try and find something stone. Or make sure you put lots of defences. Build lots of trenches. You can see here at the stone that they've already started to break through just by attacking. Day 7 is a big deal, guys. If you don't know, day 7 spoilers, you're going to be attacked by a bunch of zombies. And it gets worse and worse. Every 7 days it gets bigger and bigger. So you have to prepare defences. One of the first ones you're going to need to do is lots of wooden spikes or wooden log spikes. They take a bit longer, but they're definitely worth it. By placing these at the right spots, you can really stop zombies from attacking you, but you're going to need lots and lots of these. If you want some tips and guides, check out my 7 Days to Die World Tours. I've been visiting some really cool bases where they've got their defences nailed. When you see an overhead drop like that with the plane running, it means there's a supply drop nearby. Don't panic, as long as you've got the settings turned on that you can see the supply drop on the map, it won't disappear straight away and you'll know it's there. Just keep running towards it. And even when it disappears, just go in a general direction. They stack up on the floor, so you won't be able to miss it as long as you know exactly where it went. Or a rough idea. Here you can see the supply drop, it's still there. It will stay there forever. You do have to be careful, make sure you've got enough inventory space. So like I said, when you pick up supply drops, make sure you've got enough space. Because anything you don't take will be lost. So make sure you swap out what you really need. Because there you go, you can see it actually destroyed itself once I come out of the inventory. Once you get them, it's time to head home before you get overheated or attacked by lots of zombies. If somewhere is too hot and there's too many zombies around it, make sure you set a waypoint on the map. You can see I've set that red flag now, so I know there's a point of interest there and I can go check it out later. Once you're a safe spot away from the zombies, go back to your map. Take a look at the waypoint you set. And you can actually save it. And you can also make a different type of marker for what exactly it is. There's all different markers here. So save it as what you think it's going to be so that you remember it next time. I've saved it as a tent, and that's simply all you do. Highlight the map, press the yellow button for the waypoint, and then save it as what you want. Sometimes the way to get back into your protected area is not simply just going through the door. Think of ingenious ways to get through, and so that the zombies can't chase you afterwards. And there you go, I'm safe as houses inside my stone house just for now. So there you go guys, that is just some quick tips I've learnt by playing the game. I hope this has helped you. I'll be doing a much more advanced tutorial guide, and I'm going to be carrying on a brand new Let's Play plus multiplayer. So if you like 7 Days to Die, make sure you check out my channel and all the other videos I've done so far. I'm Jade Plays Games, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys soon.